These are my beautiful green onions that I'm growing in the back. I've got 2 batches of them. That's my gallon of water. It looks tiny here, but pretty big up close. Today is day 30 of 75 hard. I just feel good that I'm like consistently sticking to this and doing it. This is the first week where I actually feel like I get it in terms of the food and the nutrition. For me, choosing a whole foods diet, which is predominantly earth foods, and I like to do organic fruits, veggies, meats. I did reduce a lot of like bread. I still eat some carbs, so like every so often, like tonight I made a pasta rotini dish, like a whole wheat dish. When I look for pasta, I try to look for clean ingredients as well. And when I did this, I don't know if this was part of a whole foods diet, but this was just something that I personally wanted to try, was to cut out a lot to most to all, and I'm still learning as I go. Refined sugars, processed sugars, and to only go like whole food sugars. So maple syrup, organic coconut sugar. When I first did this, it was such a struggle like the first like 4 days. But now this is like my life, and I kind of don't like it's interesting because I know I joke around sometimes and I'm like, oh, like I want like pizza and I want french fries and stuff, but like I don't think I want it. The work that I've put in to get here, and now that I'm starting, I finished my first book. I finished Dr. Joe Dispenza Becoming Supernatural, which like oh, so good. And then my second book I started was Healing Hypothyroidism. When I was about 16 years young, I wanted to go to my family doctor to get tested for diabetes because it was running in both of my family lines, like mother side, father side. Not all of my family has it, but like being Indigenous as well. It was just something I wanted to be proactive about at 16 years young. When I went in there, my doctor at the time was like, well, you don't have that, but you have hypothyroidism, which to a lot of medical research within the field, there's this gland in your neck called your thyroid, which secretes this hormone called thyroxine, as well as a few other hormones. And medical research has sussed this out to saying like you can have an overactive thyroid, which is called hyperthyroidism, where you'll probably start like losing more weight. There's different symptoms. And then you can have an underactive, which is hypothyroidism, which is the diagnosis the doctors gave me at 16. And it's basically like your hair can thin, your nails get brittle, low energy, super fatigue, which was like one of the hugest symptoms I had ever experienced, and like really hard to lose weight. When I was in that appointment with my doctor at the time, he shared with me that it was familial, there's no cure. In my being at that time, I was like, I didn't say it out loud, but I was like, I'm gonna reverse this. A decade and a bit later, not even a decade and a bit, this medium, he does mediumship. His gift came to him in a way where when he was really young, he could look at people and he could actually see physical diseases within the body of people, almost like an MRI scan, but it's like an energetic scan. He could see the levels of resistance in people's body. And then he was given by spirit what specific foods could help that, what it actually is, how to understand it, and how to balance it out. And so he put this in a book, Healing Hypothyroidism. And the best part is it's all through what's naturally given to us on this earth, what this earth provides for us. And I started reading that, and I will say it was a lot of unlearning and relearning. And the first day I started reading it a few days ago, it was almost like a shock, to say the least, because I was like, I just didn't know that like a lot of what goes on in the medical world, it's really like outdated. Like a lot of what's been in the industry, especially with our thyroid glands, we just don't have the technology for it yet to really like fully understand it. And what he shared, which was the biggest thing that I'm like processing right now, is that yes, the thyroid does have thyroxine, and T3 and T4. And it has, I think it's H3 and H4, the other hormones in it as well. There's other names for those hormones too, but well, it does have that. That's only a portion of what it does. He basically sussed it out to like hypothyroidism, hyperthyroidism, Hashimoto's, Graves, everything. Those are all symptoms. And when I read that, I was like I'm just so excited to dive deeper into this and to start applying this knowledge for myself in even more ways of like food and stuff. And this is part of the reason why I'm ready to just go forward with healthy eating integrated as a lifestyle, organic, grow my own, like really understand it, like really connect and build my relationship with earth foods and stuff, and talk and communicate to the cells of my body and to the consciousness and cells of these beings as well, and the ancestors of green onions that have been on this planet for so long that keep replenishing for us. Like, that's well-being. That's amazing. And the thing I read about too today in Healing Hypothyroidism was that so the underlying thing that Anthony talks about, medical medium talks about in his book, is that is a symptom, the actual underlying for all thyroid issues, all of them, is what's called Epstein-Barr virus. And that, what I read today was like in the early, I think it was the early 1700s or late 1700s. I feel like it was the early 1700s. That EBV, Epstein-Barr virus, the EBV, was always within us. And it actually used to be friendly to our systems. It actually used to benefit our systems. So much like there is good bacteria and bad bacteria, like good bacteria that supports us, our immunity, and bad bacteria that like our systems defend against and fight against. There's also good viruses and bad viruses, and EBV used to be a good one until the late 1700s, early 1800s, when we started, as human beings, we started introducing chemicals into our crops, and we started introducing different things into our airways and stuff. And this unfortunately hasn't been documented in like the widespread mainstream media, but that's kind of like what happened. And since then, once those different pathogens and stuff started coming into contact and connection with our bodies and into EBV, my personal intuition is telling me that it shifted the consciousness of EBV, because the intentionality behind what we were creating as a species, as humanity back then, was different when we got into the chemicals and we were just playing with it all, right? It was a different intention to mass produce for whatever reason and functioning. And that intentionality carries into the streamlined consciousness, into the pathogens within our bodies, interacting with the consciousness of EBV, shifting it to match that frequency, which then started to harm a lot of us. It's like I could go so much into the consciousness, the energetics of this right now that I'm like seeing, but as like a medium, that's my take on it. But he essentially paraphrased and summed it up to saying like EBV used to be friendly for us until a lot of chemicals and stuff got introduced into our crops and like what we started to create and play with at the time, and then it like shifted everything, and now it just attacks us, and it has different strands, like about 20 different strands. Hypothyroidism can come on any strand. Yeah, it's like wild. I feel like I'm unlearning and relearning, and I just feel good. Like I feel like I've got like the knowledge, and I'm so inspired and ready to apply this and reverse this for myself, just like so many other folks have done. Like this one girl, she said that she had like an autoimmune disease. She was like getting pains and stuff. She was having like things happening to her skin, and then she started applying his work, drinking the celery juices, like eating organic, like making the recipes and stuff. And her doctors were stunned that they were like, you don't have anything wrong with you. Like your blood tests are good. Like her skin is cleared up. And she's like, yeah. Yep. And like, so many people are doing it. And I think between Dr. Joe Dispenza's like meditations, becoming supernatural, aligning energy and emotions, which like I personally know this through mediumship and what I've been shared, frequency is like, it's powerful. When you understand universal law, it's just so satisfying. And I feel like I have like that down. And now that I'm doing like more so like the earth work and like the boots on the ground and like the food and the organic and all of that, I'm like, okay, like I just feel good. I feel good towards it. I'm excited to see what happens. I'll keep y'all posted. Are you chilling? Are you chilling? Like high key? Are you? Look at you. Look at you. Chilling. Ma'am, I love you. We are on day 32. Day 32. Let's take a look outside. Guys, it's like 35 degrees outside today. Should I do it? Should I go for a run? Should I go for a run? Ooh. I think we're going to transfer her to soil because, or maybe a little bit more water. I usually look out for these little roots at the end. And then when she has a few roots, I'll transfer her to soil, but she's doing good. This is celery, organic celery. I just finished this off last night, so she's probably good for one more batch. Do this. I'm going to start off today. So I'm going to probably do some kiwis, banana. I want to probably do some hemp seeds because it has a lot of my vitamins, minerals, nutrients, magnesium, manganese, B12. I'll probably do a little bit of chlorella water too. Banana's really good. I'm really excited. I'm really excited to just try new recipes, and I'll take you along the journey, and maybe I'll take you all for a run later. But until then, we love you. We're sending our love. Yeah. We made it out. Second workout of today. Going for a run. Let me show you the views. Had to go by the river because it's like super hot today. So by the river's cooler. Hey guys, welcome back. Okay, today is day number 34 of 75 hard. I did my first outdoor workout today. I'm out here catching some vibes on a beach in Toronto. So good. And my friend here, say hi. Hi. Friends, this is Arpita. Meet Arpita. She was so kind. You let me use your little space to do a workout today. I was dancing in her space. Right? Yeah. So we're just out here, we're chilling, we're catching some sun rays. I catch you on the flip side, but I wanted to give warm wishes and tell you all that I love you, and I hope that you're feeling so much upliftment and appreciation. You're exactly where you need to be. You're amazing. And Arpita, do you want to share anything for the folks?
Love you guys, and all the best, Carly.
Yeah. All right, we'll catch you soon. Bye. Ciao.